You're listening to Modern Male Radio with Jerod Zavistoski and Sydney Hall, right here on LA Talk Radio.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Jerod Zavistoski, and you're listening to Modern Male Radio. This is all the stuff your mama should have told you and the shit your daddy never knew. And joining me tonight, we've got a couple special guests. Clothing. So you guys have clothing retail stores, right?
I'm making one.
Clothing designers.
Store.
Clothing designers. We got clothing designer Amanda Jean and Morgan Dawson, right?
Morgan Dawson. I have an online clothing store.
Okay, online clothing store, and you design clothes. Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. And tonight we've got a special drop-by guest. We had him once on the show. It was an episode on entrepreneurs, but we're having him back because there have been some new developments in his entrepreneurial capabilities, and one of those things is you're being sued by Yelp.
Yeah, that's right. I'm being sued by Yelp.
So, okay, right off the bat, what do you do? What is this program, and why are they so pissed off about it?
Okay, so essentially, Yelp is a dictator. They're like Hitler. They want to control every aspect of every single business owner that is on their website. The thing with Yelp is that once you get on Yelp, you cannot remove yourself from Yelp. You're stuck there. You can't do anything about it. And what will usually happen is, you have a guy, he's been in business, for 20 plus years. He's obviously doing good business because he's been in business for so long. He's a plumber, he has a family, he has children, normal, regular guy. He has, 15 reviews on Yelp. And Yelp has something that they call this review filter. You guys have probably all heard of it, but basically they decide which reviews are going to get posted to their site. And so you have this guy, he's been in business forever, he's doing great business, he has 5 stars on every review site, Google, Better Business, A+ rating, all this. 15 reviews on his site, Yelp is only showing 2 of his negative reviews, and they're filtering all of his good reviews.
So wait a minute, when you get a review on Yelp, I thought they all just went up.
No.
Wait, so you're telling me that they actually reserve the right to list whichever reviews they feel like it.
Right. And so, yeah, that's exactly right. So if you scroll down to the bottom of any Yelp page that you see, there's a little grayed out section that says the not recommended section. And I mean, I would venture to say that probably 40%, maybe even more, 50, 60% of all of the businesses that you see on Yelp that have a negative rating, it's probably because all of their good reviews are being buried.
See, that happened to me. I'm on Yelp as a dating coach, and I have a profile, and 2 of the reviews, I thought that they just forgot to leave stars. I thought that they kind of like spaced out, but it turns out actually Carol left me one, and who else? JJ. But I thought maybe my friends kind of spaced out, so that they didn't space out. It's actually not. Yelp was just like, oh, you don't get those reviews.
That's exactly right.
Okay, so what is it you do?
So we have a system that helps combat this. Essentially, we're the only thing out there that exists to help business owners with this problem. I'll use an example of a dentist. So you can imagine that you're a dentist and you have a customer that comes in, you clean his teeth or whatever it is. Whenever they leave, your admin types in their phone number into their system and they hit submit right as they're walking out the door. They get a message on their phone that says, hey, I really value your feedback. Mm-hmm. Please leave me a review and let me know how I'm doing. If it's a negative review, then that goes to you for quality control, and you're expected to call that customer back and fix that situation. If it's a positive review, then it gets put on Yelp, essentially. And so so what we're doing, we're giving business owners an opportunity that have been hurt by Yelp that are not having their good reviews show, just like you've experienced, an opportunity to get more good reviews to show on their page. And we have not to get too technical, but we have other ways of helping these reviews actually stay on the front page and do things like that. Doesn't happen every time, but we do have ways to help. And that's what we do. We give the common working American man that's trying to run a business and help his family. We give him an opportunity to not have his revenue drop
because of reviews. Yeah, and you know what? That's actually kind of fair. I feel like. That the negative reviews they're not swept under the rug. They're sent for quality control, right? Yeah. That's exactly right. Negative feedback is how you learn. That's how you grow. That's how you do things better. And I can definitely relate to having that the tattletale thing where where it's like it's like it's like rumors. Like, you know, you do something happens with somebody, a social interaction or something, and then all of a sudden they start telling other people about this one incident, and then all of a sudden a rumor starts. Right. You know, and it's kind of like the equal and opposite capacity for social and then for business.
Right. And the worst part about it is, you know, a lot of my customers, you know, these are real business owners here. These are not, you know, fly by night people. These people know what they're doing. They keep a database of every single customer they've ever had. Mm-hmm. And whenever they call me on the phone frustrated, and they're like, Alec, I need help because I have an entire database of every single customer that's ever walked through my door. And I have 3 negative reviews that are showing. And every single one of these negative reviews, I've never heard of these people. I don't know who they are. And I'm pretty sure that this is a competitor of mine, or I'm pretty sure disgruntled employee. And I'm not saying that happens every time. I'm saying that it happens a lot. And then what these people do is they turn around and they call Yelp and they say, hey, you know, I have these reviews here and I can prove that these are not my customers. These are false reviews, and they can prove it. And Yelp does nothing. They don't care at all. Zero. And not only do they not care, but then they take all of their good reviews and they put them in the not recommended section, and that's it.
Okay, so as I'm hearing this, I'm thinking, okay, why would Yelp have a problem with this unless you were posing as Yelp? So I mean, are you guys posing as Yelp?
No, we're not posing as Yelp. The last thing that I want to ever do is associate myself with being Yelp.
So what you guys do is instead of so you guys are like a third party. When you give that what is it, the user. What do they fill out? What is this thing? So it's an app, right? Or
it's just a survey. They get a text message that has a link in it that says, you know, hey, we really value your feedback. You know, if you don't mind, please take a minute to leave us a review.
Okay, so you give them that option immediately, like right off the bat. You're like, hey, we're gonna put it out there. It's not like when they go to leave a review, you catch them at some point, or there's like a fake website that looks like Yelp. So it's literally like, hey, if you weren't gonna leave some feedback, maybe take some time to do that.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
That's exactly right.
Which makes a lot more sense. So why does Yelp have a problem with this, do you think?
So, I mean, I don't want to dive, you know, too deep into why they have a problem with me, but I'll just use an analogy. I mean, they are a dictator, and anytime you have anybody that's trying to take any amount of control from a dictator, they're going to get upset. And so the bottom line here is that we're giving business owners a shot at, you know, not being controlled, and they don't like it. You know, they're also saying other things like you're mentioning, like trademark and stuff like that. So they, you know, they're accusing us of diluting their trademark and posing as Yelp and all this other stuff, which the reality is that it's all completely false. And so the way that trademark law works, you know, and I'm not a lawyer, but this is my understanding of it, is that a reasonable person would have to expect that I am trying to pretend that I am Yelp whenever I'm selling my service. And so, I mean, I can guarantee you the very last thing that I've ever told anyone on the phone or anywhere is that I'm Yelp. Because the moment that I tell somebody I'm Yelp, they say, go fuck yourself, and they hang up the phone.
Okay. You know, what's funny is I've been on your website. I've seen your thing. You know, I have a small business, so I've checked it out, especially since we've had you on the show before, and it looks nothing like Yelp. You know, and I was just asking you those questions to kind of put it out there. It's crazy. Does that apply to you guys? I mean, does Yelp actually, is that something that you guys use?
One of the companies I work for, they recently did get Yelp, and we did have some problems with them. Like they come in and they started like filming us and doing all the stuff to put up there, but a lot of the stuff they promised they just didn't follow through with, and they were just really bad at their job. Okay. And I noticed too, when I go to restaurants or different things like that, you'll see all these good reviews, but every single one that I went to that had a good review was actually a really terrible place. I don't know if there's something shady going on there, but
yeah, there's restaurants that I love so much, and I look up their reviews on Yelp, and the reviews are so bad, and I'm like, what? I love this place. The ones that are good are really bad. It's like the complete opposite.
And it's sad because we really do make judgments on reviews. And
I do.
And it's social credibility, and you know. I mean, that's how human beings work. Word of mouth, you know, in any scenario. If you want to go date somebody,
you ask their friend.
Yeah, you ask if anybody knows them and if they have a reputation and what you should look out for. So it's crazy that you know, there are other review sites. So there's Google reviews, there's Yahoo reviews, but I mean, Yelp is kind of they're the benchmark right now.
Right. And you know, if anyone wants to use an actually good review site, I mean, Google's great. Google's great. You know, go to Google. They have everything that Yelp has, and you know, they have a fair review system.
Okay.
And if Google has things in place, you know, to filter out reviews. And so if they're doing something that's obviously, you know, the business owner himself or his employees posting reviews, they have, you know, stops in place, and they're going to remove those reviews. You're going to get real authentic reviews. You have City Search, you have TripAdvisor, all these sites. You could Facebook. There's other places to go.
So Yelp is the only one that's kind of like doing the shady sweep them under the rug kind of thing. And did you see that? And did you say, hey, you know, there's a need there. Is that why you created this one specifically to kind of for Yelp?
Well, so 80% of our business is Yelp, but the other 20%, you know, is other review sites. And actually, I mean, I would say probably even more than 80% is Yelp. But we did not create it specifically for Yelp. We created it, you know, kind of as feedback for any business owner to survey their customers and get a response.
It just happens that Yelp is dominating the market, and you guys kind of found a hole in the system, and now they're pissed off about it.
That's exactly right. So I mean, it just turned out that, you know, pretty much everyone that's having a problem with online reviews is having that problem with Yelp.
Okay.
And so those are our customers.
It's crazy because, I mean, like, we, you know, obviously this is a dating show. And when I heard about all the stuff that was going on with Alec, I mean, you made CBS, you made PC World, you're like 3 pages deep on Google about this lawsuit. Like, it's big shit.
Right. Yeah.
Crazy.
And you know, when I heard about it, I was like, oh, man, I got to have him on the show. You know, this is perfect timing. You know, and we don't know each other that well, but it's, you know, any entrepreneur is someone that, right. You know, it's like, it sucks, man, because it's like you're always fighting this uphill battle. And, you know, I can relate. I'm sure that there are a ton of other viewers out there who can relate when you're trying to get something going. And it's like, not only the legal fees are bad enough and all the other stuff that goes into building a business, but then you got somebody, a big somebody trying to kick sand in your face, you know?
Right. I mean, I don't think they're trying to kick sand in my face. I think they're trying to drop bombs on my face.
Okay.
And they're trying to smear me all over the pavement and make an example of me, so that way anybody in the world that ever tries to mess with them again is going to die. It's just like Hitler rounding up the Jews and putting them in concentration camps. It's the exact same thing.
Wow.
They are trying to, you can read their blog post. They literally said, we are aiming to make, and I'm going to try to calm down a little bit here.
Yeah.
Just so I don't say anything out of line. But the reality is they're trying to make an example out of me. And if they do, what's going to happen is any attempt in the future of somebody that's going to try to be innovative, anybody that's going to try to, you know, take some of that control back, you know, give it to the entrepreneur, give it to the business owner, they're going to get shut down because I'm going to be that example. It's mandatory that I win this, because if I don't win this, it's going to hurt me and every single business owner in this country.
Wow.
Everyone's going to be scared.
Yeah. So this is really like David and Goliath.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Well, I'm glad we could be a part of that. And you have a website that I think we can put up at the top of the screen. This is where people can actually get involved, and they can help you. Is for legal fees, or it's just the fight the fight? What is it?
Right. So I mean, the bottom line here is that, you know, we're a small business. We have 4 employees, you know, and we're battling a multi-billion-dollar corporation here. You know, anything that you can do to help. You know, legal fees obviously is the biggest one at this point. Any business owner that wants to donate, we'll give you a free month of service. And, you know, it doesn't matter how much you donate, we'll give it out to you. If you can't donate, that's totally fine. You know, repost it on your blogs, whatever it is, talk about it. This is a big deal.
Wow. Yeah. Awesome. So hopefully the little decal's up there, and that is GoFundMe.com/RevLeap, right?
That's it. REVLEAP.
Cool, man. I'm glad that we got to be a part of this, and I'm you know, it's like breaking news. I feel like an actual newscaster right now, you know. like,
this just in.
Dun dun dun. What is it? We gotta have some theme music, Sam. We gotta get some like awesome, like, you know, what is that? Dun dun, with the Law and Order thing, right?
Oh yeah.
That little drop.
It's my favorite show.
One of my friends actually knows the guy who writes for that, or he did the jingle for that. And I guess every time that jingle plays on TV, he has it synced to his phone. So his phone goes off and goes ding, 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 ding. And I guess
it gets paid.
Yeah. So it just like, and I guess it goes all day long.
They're awesome.
Yeah, no. So I mean, that would be a career path for you guys. So today we were going to talk about fashion, and I happen to see Alex's name all over the headlines, all over the internet. And when are you doing the thing on CBS? Were you on CBS? Or are you going to be on CBS?
They just sent me an email and asked what the situation was.
Okay.
And I responded, and that was it. They posted an article with a quote from me. You can Google CBS Alec, and I think it pops up, or CBS RevLeap, CBS Yelp. You can just Google Yelp Rev. There's, like you were saying, 3 pages deep of this stuff. So. And
you're obviously open to doing other interviews.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Absolutely.
Get some publicity out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So anybody who's looking to book Alex, where can they find you?
They can call me. I don't know if I should get my number out online.
Probably not. No.
You can send me an email. It's alec@revleap.com. So that's A as in Apple, L as in Larry, E as in Edward, C as in Cat, at REV as in Victor, LEAP as in Paul. Me. Actually, it's me.
You know what? I'm actually gonna have this posted on my website. So if you guys are trying to find this,
or you know what? Just call me 424-256-5295. 424-256-5295.
All right, well that works too.
So ladies,
you're gonna get right. Oh my goodness! Nobody's ever given their number out on the show before.
Right.
Phone calls.
And you're single now, right?
So I do.
I should have asked that.
I do have an amazing woman in Brazil. Her name is Amanda. Hi, Amanda. I love you.
Okay. We got that one covered. And so you're not single. I'm sorry, Amanda. We have 2 Amandas. And we're going to get back to dating real quick. So today we were going to have a special on fashion and etiquette and all of the different wardrobe do's, don'ts, and faux pas. But we had to have you on because this is just so fascinating. But it's cool because you double as not a fashion expert per se, but you were a model.
Yeah, I used to model. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And you design clothes. I've actually seen some of your clothes. You've actually designed clothes in my house before.
Yeah.
And I've seen all of the stuff. And then you have an online
clothing store.
Do you design it all, or is it?
I went to school for fashion design actually, but then I realized how much dedication it takes. So props to you.
Yeah. It can be a lot. This poor girl. I see her running around. I'm like, I gotta go to my fitter. I gotta go to my what is it? My seamstress.
It's serious. I didn't used to sleep.
And then sometimes I make it, and then getting the models together at fashion shows. This is like one big headache. I want to rip my head off sometimes.
I buy wholesale, and it's a headache for me. So I can only imagine your headache.
Yeah, no, I can. That's why I don't get into clothes, man. It's hard enough to dress myself. I swear. I literally, I have a hard time with that. It didn't come naturally to me. Like if it came naturally to me, I wouldn't have created a show on what guys can do to get better because I would have already been better and I would have no idea. So like all of this stuff was like completely just, it came like a brick. It was just, oh fuck, okay, I got it. Finally I got it. And I still don't have it. Even coming to dress here tonight, I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I should wear that.
You always dress nice.
Well, thank you.
I think everyone does that.
Yeah?
I did that.
There's like 5 outfits laid all over the house. You're like, which one?
My bed is covered just to put this on.
So I want some tips because women seem to be a little bit more detailed with stuff like this. So what would what are some kind of rules to go by if you guys had do you guys have any fashion rules that like colors that go together, colors that don't?
I don't really have any rules. I say like if you can pull it off, then do it. There's so many people that are like, oh, you can't wear this with that, or that color, that color. If you pull it off, then it's fine. Like, there's so many weird trends that have come out that back in the day, people would be like, that's stupid, you can't do that. And they do it now, and now it's like everybody's wearing it.
Okay. What about you?
I agree with her. The only thing I really can't stand is super matchy.
Oh, yeah.
It drives me insane.
Like your hat, your shoes, your watch,
oh, man,
pants.
Just have a Louis Vuitton belt, a Louis Vuitton purse, a Louis Vuitton shoe, a Louis Vuitton hat. Like, you can bring it down like 5 notches.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could have just stuck to the belt or the belt in the bag.
What about you, Alec?
I honestly missed the entire question. What was it? What are the top 5 things I love on a man?
No. What are some rules that you kind of go by?
The primary rules that I follow, which I'm not a fashion expert per se, but this is what I follow. If I'm wearing a dark shirt, I wear light jeans. If I'm wearing, a light shirt, then I wear dark jeans. And in general, if I'm wearing a solid shirt, I like to wear jeans that have like those little stripe things on them, and vice versa. I just like to kind of, and that's essentially the only rule I follow. Besides, make sure that your shoes and your belt match. Obvious things like that. And the other one that I follow typically is if I'm wearing like all black or all white or whatever, I would like to throw in like a little bit of color. So, I'll wear like, something red, like a little red watch or necklace or whatever. And that's essentially just the bare bones basics of how I dress myself.
That's great.
There is one rule, I guess I would say, that he made me think of is like, I have certain outfits I'll wear in the day and certain ones I'll wear at night. Same with my makeup. Like I won't go too dark in the day, but I'll do darker makeup at night. And then same with my clothes. I won't do too racy in the morning. I wouldn't wear like a mini skirt I'd wear to the club out in public.
Yeah.
Going to the club. Yeah. So there's certain things that I will wear to certain places.
Okay. Cool. So what are the top 5 things? I'm going to go around. What are the top 5 things you guys like on a man? These were designed for our ladies, and we happen to have Alec here. So
he can totally.
We'll just roll with this. What are the top 5 things that you like on a man? Alec, go.
Well, number 1, I like clothes on a man.
There we go. That's good.
And that's pretty much the only requirement I prefer obviously the guys that I'm hanging out with to be well dressed, so, you look great.
Aw, thank you.
You guys should go out tonight.
We should go clubbing. It'll be fucking fantastic.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I kind of sprung that one on you. Amanda, go.
I really love beanies on guys. I don't know. I think they're way hotter with a beanie on. Or a man bun. Oh, I love man buns.
Oh my God.
Me
so
too.
What's a man bun?
What?
Man bun. It's like
man
long,
buns?
it's
Really?
long hair, and they just pull it up in a little bun.
So it's funny because like I've been reading all these blog posts about like how man buns should be outlawed.
No.
Really? Man buns are the thing.
You can have like kind of a halfway busted face, and you put your hair up in a bun. I'm like, that guy, I should talk to him.
What?
I'm like really into hair and bone structure. The hair or the clothes matter a lot too, but like hair and bone structure, you can't change that.
Well, then I win.
Good bone structure in a bun.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like your hair, you can change somewhat, but some people, they got
well, as a guy,
weird crap going on.
We kind of got the short end of the stick. I mean, we have our hair short, but there's not a lot you can do with it. We're just coming to an age now where we can.
Well, now they're doing the pompadour, slick back thing. It's kind of hot, but I don't like when there's too much gel and it's like you can knock off.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's not good. No, it's not good at all.
Too much gel.
What about you, Morgan?
I love a nice watch.
Okay.
That has to be my favorite.
Watch.
And shoes.
Okay.
Bad shoes are my biggest pet peeve on earth.
What are bad shoes to you?
Bad shoes like
Skechers?
Yes. Yes. It's more so brands. Like for me, it's like
you have to invest in a good pair of shoes as a guy. Like that's the most important thing.
Yeah, but see, most guys would be. What does she mean by good? And most guys
like a nice pair of Oxfords.
Oxfords, okay.
Or
so like dress shoes.
A nice dress shoe and then a nice running shoe. Like I love nice shoes. Like if you have a fresh pair of Nikes, keep them fresh.
Okay.
Or and then your nice Oxfords.
Okay.
That reminds me of Ryan. I saw him at the club and someone knocked his foot and he freaked out and started like rubbing his shoes in the nightclub, like on the floor rubbing his shoes.
You talking about Ryan Edge?
Yeah.
What was he doing in the nightclub? He doesn't drink.
I know. That's the weird part. He's like always out at the nightclub, but he's straight edge.
Interesting. That would irritate the fuck out of me.
I think I saw the last 2-3 nights I was out, I saw him.
Every time that somebody I couldn't imagine being sober in a nightclub.
That's so boring.
It's
the
horrible.
Lights are flashing in your face.
And you're just not into it. You're sitting over here like, oh
you're
my
watching
God,
drunk people fall into you.
Yeah, no, it's horrible.
It's horrible.
So what are the top 5? I mean, we didn't really get around to 5 things, but that's okay. 5 things that you guys hate on a guy. I'm gonna start. Man buns. Fuck them. Fuck man buns.
Damn it.
I hate man buns with all my heart.
It's because you're a man. You just don't understand.
There's a lot of opinions that are supporting the idea that man buns should be burned. Like they're going to be one of those things.
Who are these people?
We're going to go
That's
burn
what I
them
want to
down.
know.
Look, decades from now, that's going to be one of the defining moments of like the 2000 teens.
Oh, yeah.
Is going to be man buns, and everybody's going to be like, "What were we thinking with the man buns?" I mean, it's like you grew, you did all the stuff to your hair, right? So you grew it out really long on top, and then you shaved the sides, and you got so lazy that you didn't want to like. I mean, just let it.
That's the part.
Let it be
of
free. Let the hair.
laziness. It's just like messy, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but he gave a shit enough to put it a little. You keep little rubber bands in the house.
It out of your face. That's why women do it.
I guess. I mean,
there is this weird trend that I really hate that's been going on with photos. It's guys putting flowers in their beard and taking pictures.
What?
It's so weird. So weird.
That's odd.
It's like random flowers and big manly beards. I'm like, you get the beard because it's manly, and then you put a flower in it.
Yeah. So what's your take on the beard thing? What do you ladies? What do you guys think about the beard thing?
I like beards.
Okay.
But it depends. Some people, it's not fitting.
Yeah.
Like I have a guy friend who looks great without a beard, and for some reason he decided he should grow a beard because everyone else is growing a beard.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks pretty terrible.
It depends on the guy. Some can pull it off. Some just don't have the face for it.
So there's a trick with facial hair, and a lot of guys make this mistake. They have rounder faces. They get the beard, and then they get this like big, and it just now they just look fat and bearded, and it's like no. So you shave the sides actually a lot shorter, and then you do the thing. And some guys can't rock a beard. Some guys rock it at different lengths. Just make sure that you trim around your mouth.
Please.
Yeah.
I don't
like kissing beards. So like when I'm dating someone, I like beards, but I tend not to just like scruff.
Yeah.
Because if there's all this beard there, it's like.
But there's that transitional period where like a beard is like there's scruff, and scruff is like amazingly abrasive, like fucking sandpaper, and that can
yeah.
That can go against you girls in certain ways in certain areas.
I was gonna say.
Let's just take this Brillo pad down there and rub it around. So yeah. Then there's that. But so what about you, Morgan?
What was the first question again?
Scruff.
She got distracted by the
yes or no?
I got distracted. I do like beards.
Okay, you do like beards.
I love beards.
Okay, all right.
As long as it's fitting for the person's face and fits their style and everything else.
Okay, and for you, beard and a beanie then would be the...
A scruff, some scruff works for two things, and a beanie.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
that works. Alec, you're clean shaven. I'm guessing beard probably wasn't for you.
So just my only opinion on beards is that, I mean, I personally like to look how I do without one. But in Brazil and like my girl, they love them, and for me, I just can't do it. I don't personally like the way that it looks on me, so I don't do it.
Yeah. I mean, rock what makes you look the best. So back to the top 5 things that you hate. What's something you hate? We'll just do one thing because nobody's giving me 5.
I'll give you 5.
Okay. All right. 5 things you hate. You can keep
I
thinking about this.
Okay. I hate when people wear boxers. I like the tight ones. I think they're sexy. Like
so boxer briefs.
Around the curve. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I hate flip-flops.
I put that too.
Okay, good. I think we talked about this before. I hate man flip-flops.
Yeah. I remember
that. Flip-flops.
What about flip-flops in shorts?
I hate shorts too.
Okay.
And I hate cargo pants.
Okay, so no sandals, no cargo. Okay, continue.
Wait, wasn't that 5?
I think that was 3.
What else I put? Oh, tracksuits. I don't like
tracksuits. What's wrong with tracksuits?
Who wears tracksuits?
I don't like him. Just kidding.
I mean, you know what's honestly, like every guy known to man, like if you guys didn't tell us and we were allowed to dress ourselves, we would all be wearing tracksuits.
Yeah.
Like we would love it. Because like it's matching. It's like it's easy. They're comfortable, and it reminds us of Bruce Lee. Like we would all be. It would remind us of like the best parts of the '80s, and we would be like. I mean, I can't say every guy, but I can every single one of us wants to wear it at least once.
No.
I think that there are a lot of closeted tracksuit enthusiasts in the country.
The only thing that I do like that I guess is kind of like a tracksuit and shorts is those like they're not basketball shorts, but they're like sweatpants that are cut like shorter in the shorts, and they're like super loose. You can only wear them inside though, and when you're like running and stuff. If you wore them in a regular outfit, like out to eat or something, that's just weird.
Are those the drop crotch
No,
sweat.
that's different. But those I love. I love drop crotch. And
I feel like it makes you look like you shit your pants.
It does.
They're the most comfortable
you have to have
things
the right
ever.
butt to wear them.
You do.
If you have a weird
or you could have the
butt.
wrong butt because it just hides everything and it makes you look like you took a massive dump.
Well, if your butt's too big, yeah, it'll look like a diaper.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah,
It'll
if your
look like
butt
a
was too big.
diaper.
I didn't think about that. So my top 5 things that I hate on people. No, I would say top 5 things that I love: leather jackets, great boots. I could give 2 shits about shirts, but I think that black V-necks they just go so far.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I anything if you rock it, like it's funny because I really like kind of more of a badass gentleman. That new badass gentleman style that's coming out. Like it's like GQ, but like it's like skull laden and a little dark and
That's what I have you in as my phone.
What's that?
Since the day I met you, I put Jerod GQ because I always thought you looked like a
There we go.
GQ model.
There we go. I'm Jerod GQ.
Somebody's blushing.
It's like now my
Am I?
category.
Oh my
It's
god.
like a category now for men. I call them GQ. They look like they'd be on the cover.
Wait,
of
there were
GQ.
others? This is like Highlander. There can only
It's
be
a
one.
new category.
Don't
that
make
I
me
have.
kill them.
Sorry.
I
I just won't introduce you to any of them.
Yeah, it's probably
A fitted suit is my favorite too.
Yeah, every guy has to have a really nice fitted suit.
If it doesn't
Top
fit
Shop
right,
has
kills
really
it.
good suits.
Go
I
get a
love
tailor,
suits.
man. I think it was $25 to tailor my suit.
It's not expensive.
It's really, really not expensive, and it goes so far, and it makes everything that you, everything you wear in dress clothes, that much better. And then, what was I gonna talk? 5 things that I hate. Shit. Like graphics on the front of T-shirts. Now I know I'm wearing a T-shirt with a graphic on it, but I like.
But it's words. It's a little different.
Yeah, I hate it when people are like loud, bang, and it's like fuck off. Go over there with your T-shirt and get it out of my face. And then I absolutely I can't stand baggy shirts. It's like when stuff doesn't fit you, and it just makes you. It's like you're scrawny to begin with, and then it makes you look scrawnier, or maybe you're buff, and then it makes you look scrawny. It's just it's such a. And then
Neon color shirts.
Oh yes.
those are pretty bad.
I hate
They're not pretty bad. They're awful.
Yeah, they're awful.
I don't like when buff guys wear baby Gap shirts.
Yeah.
It's like too small for them. Like
Yeah.
Baby
And it's
Gap.
like they're just like
It's like they're busting
threatening to bust out of there.
it.
Oh, and the other thing I
I'm
hate is
afraid
cross
they're gonna
trainers all the way
explode.
around. Like pretty much wearing athletic shoes out and about. I think that athletic shoes belong at the gym. Go get a real pair of shoes. And if you are concerned with your comfort enough to have to wear like New Balance or Nikes or Adidas.
They have nice shoes you can wear. That
I
are
just I don't
comfortable.
like the
People are
shape of
lazy.
them. I don't like
Why?
I don't like the shape of them either.
Yeah, it's just like
I love Nike.
Really?
I'm team Nike.
I like them
All
if
the
they're
way.
like
If they're
high top
paired
and they're
right.
kind of like they're cool and they're
Like
kind of
cool
rounded,
sneakers.
Yeah.
but
Okay.
not like
Not like running shoes.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
like
right.
track shoes.
I'm just like, you
no.
don't like sneakers at all.
I love sneakers.
I like sneakers. I
I
have a
love
few
high top sneakers a lot.
Yeah, I have a bunch of high tops. They're great shoes. So guys, top 5 things every guy needs in their closet. Go.
Blazer,
Yes.
Oxfords,
Okay.
fitted suit,
Yeah.
a perfect button down in multiple colors.
Okay.
Yeah. I
What's your
like
take on
button-downs.
baggier jeans? A lot of guys wear jeans that are a little too baggy for them. They don't take the time to actually get jeans that fit. What's your take on that?
I like baggy jeans a little bit. Like if it's like mid butt, maybe a little above that, because I like seeing a little tush sometimes. But I can't stand it when it's like all the way down. Like there's really funny YouTube videos on this where it's like the eras of how low the pants ended up, and then at the end the guy's just like dragging his pants by his shoe. It's just like they get lower and lower, and it's so bad.
Yes.
I don't want to see your whole butt.
Sagging. Ugh.
I'm not a fan of baggy jeans at all.
Okay.
I love tailored, everything clean cut.
So keep it.
Look like you have your stuff together. I cannot do baggy jeans.
Okay.
You look like you don't have your life together.
Yeah, they're horrible.
You go out to dinner and he has you pay your half of the bill.
That's the type. If a guy shows up to the date in baggy jeans, I'm like, he's gonna try to make
You're like,
me
he's gonna
pay.
make me do Dutch.
Wow. So that's a rule, huh? Okay. You know,
he's a Dutch guy.
it's crazy. It was like all of a sudden the 90s, and then like shitty fashion. It was like somebody vomited shitty fashion out into this 10-year period, this decade. And
the 2000s or the 90s?
The 90s.
I love the 90s. Maybe not like the hip-hop 90s, but grunge 90s.
Yeah, but that's where all the baggy jeans came from. And it's funny because I actually wrote about this in my book, that it was a war on the, the spandex-laden transsexuals of the 80s. Not that they were really transsexuals, but you had these guys on stage and they're like, they're wearing girls' jeans. They look like girls. And then all of a sudden you had the grunge movement come out and all these people wearing baggy clothes. And that's where cargo shorts came out. And that's when...
Yeah, that was like preppy.
That's when graphic T-shirts were big. And that's when the whole kind of like bro skater thing swept across the country. And I'm hoping that it dies very, very soon.
Yeah.
And then Ed Hardy took over.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yes, which we actually have diagrams in the book of shirts that look very, very close to Ed Hardy, and they have big, big circles with crosses over them because it's funny because 9 times out of 10, the first place that a guy goes when he starts getting interested in fashion, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go get some new stuff, or like, he comes out of a breakup or something, and he's like, hey, I'm going to go get some new stuff. And he goes out and he goes to the Affliction store or the Ed fucking Hardy store. And it's like, I'm not going to lie. I've done that. That's why I burned them all. But
I was going to say, I think I've watched a couple of those of yours.
No, I didn't. I actually didn't burn them. I gave them to my brother-in-law. But they're all gone now. But, it's an easy mistake to make. There's something about them that's very appealing to guys, and good fashion really isn't something that guys pick up immediately. Like, it's not something that I ever noticed. My fashion taste was loud. I was like, oh, well, it's loud. And then somebody said, no, it's loud. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's how I like it. And they're like, no, it's like yelling. It's like you're coming into the room, like screaming in somebody's ear. And I'm like, oh. And they're like, it makes you look like you need to be noticed. And I was like, oh.
You're trying.
Yeah, and then you're trying too hard. And then, you start to dial it back from there. So, yeah, I wouldn't recommend I will publicly defame Ed Hardy or Affliction. I think they're fucking terrible clothing brands. And I am so, so grateful for all the people who are trying to mix European fashion in with American fashion.
I love it. Yay. So
bravo, because and to all the people on my Instagram that are coming through with all these awesome fashions that are trying to push all this really, really, really cool stuff. I applaud you because we need more of it. And as soon as we can break the male ego down enough to be receptive, we're going to have some really, really well-dressed.
It's already pretty, like in Hollywood, I know a lot of the guys are definitely dressing more European.
Yeah, but Hollywood's an epicenter. Hollywood, New York, Miami, like these are all epicenters for things like that. Like there are still people.
They look at it so weird. Like they still think you're like.
There are still people out here struggling.
And it's funny because we talk about, I talk about the difference between, the word metrosexual. And I hate that fucking word because metrosexual is not a proper definition whatsoever. If you want to get down to the root of the word, it should have been heteropolitan. Metrosexual, it's like bisexual, homosexual, heterosexual. What is metrosexual? I mean, does that mean that you like to fuck buildings? Because that's what it would suggest. But it basically all boils down to the fact that, gay guys and straight women were shown to have a similar brain shape and size. And lesbian women and straight men were shown to have not size, shape, a similar brain shape. Like the left side was a little bigger for straight men and lesbians, and then for homosexual males and straight females, the right side was shown to be bigger. So basically, how it breaks down is when a gay guy dressed himself, you could reasonably equate it to the way a woman would dress a man. If a woman were to look in the mirror and say, "Oh, hey, this is how I'm going to dress," how I would dress that guy. It's the same thing when a gay guy, gets dressed in the closet, or no, doesn't get dressed in the closet. Gets dressed, and then I don't want to say that gays control all of fashion, but I mean they did
90%.
Yeah, only 90%.
90% of it. Definitely.
So when I mean, let's just face it. Like, bravo! Thank you, gay people, for coming out and giving us good fashion, because we wouldn't have it otherwise. And it's basically, you can equate that to the same way a female would dress a man, and which would mean in her eyes it would be the most attractive. So, for my guys out there, if you didn't catch up on all that, basically dressing like a gay guy, or at least a well-dressed gay guy, not like a flaming hi gay guy. That is what would be most attractive to a woman. So that's actually a good place to pick up your fashion tips.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If it's okay. Or whoever. So how do you dress like a gay guy without people thinking you're gay?
There automatically are, just because of the way society is now. They're automatically going to assume that, but a lot of women are attracted to gay men sometimes, so it would work in your favor anyways. You just be like, oh, by the way, I'm not gay.
This day and age, I mean, there were a few. There are a few different things. The tightness of your jeans was a big one, but then the rockers came out and kind of like, they pretty much own skinny jeans.
How deep your V goes.
That was a big one. I would say that a lot of times it has more to do with grooming. Like if you're super, super, super clean, everything's cleaned up. That could be an indication.
I say mannerisms.
I was gonna.
Just like if you're really groomed and then you're like,
it's like
your wrist too. Then it's like, okay, he's probably gay. But if you like walking super masculine and you're not giving off any of that feminine vibe, then.
Well, what I've noticed is even in, because I always dress in well-fitting clothes. I'm really well-groomed. But what I've noticed is when I dress in things that are a little bit more colorful, a little bit more flamboyant, a little bit more preppy, I get mistaken for gay a lot more than I would if I was wearing darker clothes. Same fit, same cut, everything's cool, but I'm going a little smokier, a little bit more dangerous, a little bit, bikerish. And a lot of times, I'll throw something on that's a little bit edgier, like a necklace that doesn't really belong with that suit, but because it's kind of a dark statement, not.
That was one thing I put down for what I like on guys. I like when they can accessorize really nicely.
Okay.
Like, I think everybody should accessorize.
Yeah, and the great thing about accessories is they don't have to be expensive. That's such an easy way to kind of.
This is fake gold, but it looks real.
Right?
I don't always buy.
I got these
really
online.
I'm not an accessories girl at all.
Huh?
I have so much accessories at home for my clothing store and stuff, but for me personally, when I look in the mirror and put on like a big necklace, it like throws me off, and I'm like,
see, like I'll put on
too much.
Take it off normally. Like I don't try not to do anything too big or gaudy. Like I'll do something simple. But like normally I wear like a ton of bracelets and a ton of rings. That's like the only thing I overboard with.
There's actually a time and a place for everything, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny because the gold necklaces are coming back. The 90s.
I have
90s
so many
hip-hop.
gold necklaces. I have one with 5 chains on it, and people call me 5 chains.
Nice.
But it actually looks cute. It's not like big and like ridiculous. It's like it looks good. You just have to wear like simple stuff with it.
Yeah.
Like you can't wear a crazy over the top necklace and then like a bright loud shirt. You'd have to wear like a black shirt.
Yeah, and I think that's huge.
It's all about an even balance.
Yeah. I mean, loud shirts in general. Like I throw them all away and accessorize and have that be your statement. I think is a great lesson for guys. Is I have a whole bunch of different necklaces and a whole bunch of different pieces and stuff that I can put on and use, and shoes and jackets and stuff. But like I try not to wear super loud shirts or anything that's too incredibly loud. And if you do wear a loud piece, you really have to dress the rest of yourself down. That was a lesson that I had to learn over time. You look like you're about to say something. You look like you got something. No?
I feel like I want to see a really old picture of you now.
I'm taking those to the grave. Okay, guys. Well, we're almost there. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you tell us where we can find you again. We'll go back over that, and then I'm going to have you switch with her real quick. I'm going to have her jump in here. Yep.
Yay.
Surprise. Okay. So cool. Where can people find you, Alec?
424-256-5295, 424-256-5295, or Alec@revleap.com. So it's ALEC@REVLEAP.me.
Cool. And if people want to get on the movement, it's GoFundMe at
GoFundMe at RevLeap or GoFundMe
.com.
GoFundMe.com/RevLeap.
Sorry,
I made it today.
Cool. So that's where you can go to support Alex with this movement, and we can. I'm right there with you, man. I think that this is a really awesome chance to kind of check the big guy.
Right.
Trying to get at the little guy, and I really, on the principle alone. Not because not because I know you, but just the fact that Yelp has the balls to come out and aim a shotgun at your face and go, no, you're not going to get to speak. This is some V for Vendetta shit. Like,
right.
You got to stand.
Right.
We all got to stand and fight this. So I'll be posting about this. And if you guys have blogs or whatever, this is important. Put that stuff out there, get it going, and let's make a change. Conglomerates suck. and it sucks for everybody. And that's really, really not fair that this company is doing shady business and about to kill your business. Well, maybe not. Maybe we win.
Yeah, we're gonna win.
Okay, so
Right.
yeah, there we go. Cool. And Alec, I'm gonna have you step out real quick. I'm gonna have you come in here real quick, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It was great having you.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yay.
And just sit tight. We're gonna talk after. All right, just put the headphones on, sweetheart.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay, so we have a special guest because Amanda Jean. Wait, what?
I didn't put these on the whole time.
Okay, we'll put them back on. There we go. Amanda Jean's birthday is coming up, and they have paired up with what is it? It's
my production company. It's Forever Wild, like event planning, showcases for ensign bands, stuff like that.
Okay, so what you guys are doing specifically is you're having a birthday party, and it's called Kiss My Asperger's, and.
Well, because of this, I am very passionate about autism and research on it and figuring out, because there's so many people I know that have kids that have it, or just people that I know that are close to us, basically the family to us that have it. So we wanted to do something where I took my fan base and the people that follow me and get them to go party, drink, relax atmosphere, but go have a good time, give back. So when you buy drinks, you're helping out. Because many people don't like to donate money unless they feel like they're getting something in return. And you're getting a good night out. And I used my birthday as a way to do that. And then me and Marina came into contact because I needed help putting the party together. And we just kind of sunk together and worked. So we decided we wanted to do an event company, and we wanted to run our own nonprofit charity.
So basically, I get to go out, we get to hang out with you, we get to get drunk, and then we also every time I intoxicate myself further,
you're helping out.
I'm helping kids with Asperger's is like autism, right?
Asperger's is a mild form of autism, but the charity Holly Rod that we are donating to, it's a broad span of different things that they help for within that.
Okay, cool. Is there a place that people can go to donate if they just want to donate?
You can go. I don't know her
their
exact website. Yeah.
It's hollyrod.org.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can go there and donate yourself to there if you're not able to make it to the party.
Okay, cool. And you guys are having some live stuff. What is it? Playboy Radio?
Yeah, we have Playboy Radio is doing a live broadcast, and then we have a couple special guests. Raquel Pomplin, was a Playmate. She's going to be there. She's one of the hosts on the show.
Okay.
And then Too Short's going to come.
Aww.
And, hang out. So it'll be fun. And then we have a red carpet and
live bands.
Yeah, a bunch of live bands.
Any of the cast from House of Food? That's right. Amanda Jean actually wrapped. How long ago was that?
God, it's going on a year that we did the very last episode.
Okay. So, yeah, she was on MTV's House of Food. Which was a reality show where you basically just ran. It's funny because you're so sweet in person, and on the show you're running around like threatening to kill people, throwing pots and pans. I don't give a shit.
She's small but feisty.
Oh yeah. But I mean, 90% of the time that I've spent with you has been very, very sweet.
I'm very nice. Just don't get in my way.
Just don't give her any Fireball. That's what it is.
No more Fireball. No more Fireball or tequila.
Cool. So that's this weekend, this Saturday.
This Saturday at
Awesome.
Bardo, and it's going from the red carpet's from 8 to 9, and then our bands start from 9 to about 12:30, and then we're just gonna hang out and party till 2.
Yeehaw!
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you out there. And Morgan, where can people find you?
You can find me. You can check out my website. It's shoptheladiesroom.com.
Okay.
Or my Instagram is theladiesroom_.
And you just sell women's fashion.
Just sell women's fashion right now.
Okay. Do you do gift cards and stuff? Because a lot of our guys out there aren't going to be savvy enough to actually navigate your website and pick stuff out for their girls.
Yes.
So do you do gift cards?
Yes.
Sweet. So if you are clueless, which let's face it, we all are, and you want to buy your lady a gift or something, I've actually checked your website out, and the price points are very reasonable.
They're on point.
I'm gonna have to look that up now.
Super on point.
So again, what was the website again?
Shoptheladiesroom.com.
Shoptheladiesroom.com. Okay, awesome. So that's where you can find her and her stuff. And Amanda, where can people find you?
All my social media is the Amanda Jean. So Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Okay.
And we actually have because we are registering
Oh, that's
my
right.
Asperger's as a charity.
these things right here, right?
You can actually add the charity too for Kiss My Asperger's. We have a Facebook and we have an Instagram. So all the parties from the photos or from the photo booth are going to be up there, and then we are doing a confessional room where we ask you a bunch of questions, and we're going to like funny questions and put it all together, and it'll be like a little video everybody can post on their social network.
It sounds so cute. Don't miss it, guys.
Oh wait, and you can kiss my ass too if you donate.
For special donation, yep.
Yeah.
Okay. How fun. All right, what an enjoyable Saturday evening. Okay, well, we will I hope to see you guys out there. And that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Modern Male Radio.
You're listening to Modern Male Radio with Jerod Zavistoski and Sydney Hall, right here on LA Talk Radio.